Hey guys, I'm Amanda and I'm back with another class today. Today we're going to be doing a 30-minute yoga class, and so let's just go ahead and get started. Go ahead and make your way into seated palm. Back is nice and tall, hands are resting on your knees. Begin to close your eyes, slowing down your breath. Inhale in through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Inhale, exhale. Relax your shoulders and your fingertips. Inhale, exhale. For the next 30 minutes, we're going to just slow ourselves down for a nice yoga flow. Inhale, exhale. Inhale your arms up. Exhale forward. Bring your hands forward. Forehead going towards the mat. Walk your hands over to your right side, keeping your chest down. Forehead towards the mat. And over to the left. Returning back towards the center, forehead lowers down to the mat, hands go behind the head. And hands return to the mat. And slowly bring this up. Feet are coming behind you as we make our way up into a tabletop position. Fingertips are spread out onto the mat. Inhale, belly button goes down to the mat, chin to the ceiling. Exhale, belly button to spine. Inhale. Exhale. Return to neutral spine. Plant those toes into the mat as you bring this up into a downward dog. Walk out your feet here, stretching out those calves. Feet are coming out to shoulder width. Weight shifts back onto the heels, maybe lowering your elbows down and walking out those heels. Hands come back. Shift this forward into a plank on an inhale and exhale up. Inhale, exhale up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, knees come down to the mat. Shift this back into a child's pose. Forehead comes down to the mat. Slowly bring this back up into a tabletop position. Plant your heels into the mat. Bring this up into downward dog. Walking out your feet. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. Slowly walk those feet in to meet your hands. Hands go back. Allow your head to become heavy here. Walk your feet out, wider than shoulder width. Inhale your arms up and exhale down. Slowly walk your hands over to your right side, bringing this down into a right lunge. Make sure your weight is evenly distributed here. Slowly drop that left knee down to the mat. Inhale, both arms come up. And exhale, hips go forward, chin goes up to the ceiling. And return. Inhale back. And release. One more time, inhale back. And exhale forward, hands come down to the mat here. Straighten both legs, chest comes down onto the knee. Inhale in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth, moving with your breath, coming back down to this right lunge. Release your hands from the mat, bringing them down onto your thigh. Hands come into namaste. Right elbow comes to the inside of the right leg. And return to center. Inhale. And exhale, sit this back down, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And return to center. Inhale and exhale. Left knee comes back down to the mat. Slowly straighten this, sit back down onto the left knee. Slowly make your way back into your right lunge. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Up into downward dog. Inhale, forward into plank. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale forward. Exhale. Knees come down to the mat. Chaturanga all the way down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale, feet come off of the mat this time. And exhale down. Knees go to the opposite sides of the room as you sit this back into a child's pose. Slowly bring this back up into a tabletop position. Bringing this up into a downward dog. Left foot comes in between the hands, coming up into a left lunge. Feeling this stretch, sinking deeper down into your hips. Right knee comes down to the mat. Release your hands up. With the big inhale, hips go forward, chin goes up. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Hands come back down to the mat, coming into this left lunge. Slowly straighten both legs here. Chest is staying down onto the knees. Slowly bring this back down into your left lunge. Release your hands from the mat, coming to your upper thigh. Standing up nice and tall, hands are coming into namaste. Left elbow goes in between to the inner left thigh. And return to center. Right elbow comes to the outside of the left knee. And return to center. Hands come back down. Right knee comes down to the mat. And shift this back onto your right knee. Slowly bring this back up into your left lunge. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Up into downward dog. Walk out your heels. Slow down your breaths here. Inhale, left foot comes up. And knee comes in between the hands. Exhale, shifting your weight forward. Slowly lower this down. Hands come forward. Walk your hands over to your left side. And over to the right. Returning to center, plant your hands back into the mat. Left hand comes back towards your right foot. Maybe releasing that right hand from the mat. Slowly bring that right hand down. Release that right foot. Slowly sending that left foot back to meet your right. Inhale as your left knee comes in between your hands, not allowing it to fully come down. And exhale back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Walk out your feet. Left knee comes back in between the hands. Release the hands from the mat, twisting over to the opposite side. Left hand comes down. Right foot comes back. Maybe that left hand coming off of the mat. Left hand slowly comes down, releasing your right foot down, and just coming back down to the stretch. Slowly walk your hands back towards your left leg. Bring yourself up, chin goes up to the ceiling. And release. Left foot goes back to meet your right in downward dog. Walk your feet up to meet your hands. And slowly walk your feet back. Right knee comes in between the hands. And lower yourself down. Walk your hands over to your right side. And to your left. Returning to center, walking your hands back. Chest moves over to your left side. And slowly release. Walking this over to your right. One side may be a little bit more balanced than the other. And release. Coming back towards the center. Walking those hands back. Chin goes up to the ceiling. And returning to center, go ahead and sit back all the way down onto that right hip, coming back into seated palm. Hands are coming down. Walking your hands forward. Walking your hands back. Go ahead and bring this back up into tabletop. Plant your feet into the mat. Walk your feet up towards your hands. Hands come to the shins, coming up into tabletop. And down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, tuck the chin, slowly roll this all the way up. Hands come into namaste, coming back down. And bring this all the way up. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, left foot goes back. Bring this forward into a right lunge. Left knee comes down. Both hands come overhead. Chin goes up to the ceiling. Left arm comes down. Let your weight fall over to your left side. Bringing this down. Slowly bring this up into a triangle. Return your right hand to the opposite side. Begin to shift your weight over to your right foot. Left foot comes off of the ground. Slowly release that right hand. Maybe finding a spot on the floor to focus your gaze on. Slowly walk your hands forward and bring this down. Hands come back to your shins halfway. Hands come into namaste. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Send your right foot back. Hands come down. Right knee comes down. Both hands come up. Hips come forward, gaze goes up. And slowly send your weight over to your right side. Slowly bring this up. I'm going to turn sideways for this one. Shift your weight over to your left leg. Slowly bring that right foot up as high or as low as you're comfortable. Release one hand at a time. Finding a spot on the floor to look at. It's completely normal if one side is a little bit better than the other. Hands come down. Walk yourself forward and down. Returning to downward dog. Elbows come down. Forehead comes down to the mat. And knees return. We're going to bring this down into a child's pose. Return this back into a seated palm. Right hand comes up to the ceiling. Right ear to right shoulder. And release. Left ear to left shoulder. And release. Walking this forward. The working portion of our class is over. Now we're going to focus on our breath and slowing down our heart rate. Walking your hands back. We're turning this into Namaste. Sitting up nice and tall. Relaxing your neck down to your chest. Hands come down to your knees. Right elbow comes down, left arm comes overhead. And over to the other side. And return. Hands come back into seated palm. If seated palm is not comfortable for you, you can move into another position. Begin to slow down your thoughts, keeping your focus on this room and your breath. Moving your hands onto your stomach. Feel your stomach expand with each breath. Inhale in through your nose. And exhale out through your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Finding your own rhythm in your breaths here. Your goal is for each breath to become deeper than your last. Returning your hands to Namaste. Bring your hands over to your left side, into tabletop, and up into downward dog one last time. Feet come in. Hands come up and into Namaste. Bring this all the way down this time. Tucking the chin, rolling this up. Bringing this down into tabletop. Right hand comes forward and threads through your left, sitting back into a child's pose. Returning back to its original position, left hand comes up and threads through your right. Returning to your original position, allowing your forehead to rest down onto the mat. Slowly bring this forward. We're coming back into tabletop. Left foot is coming up. Right hand is coming up. Big breaths. Inhale, right elbow comes into the left knee. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. We're turning this down. Right foot comes up. Left hand comes forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Returning back to tabletop. Up into downward dog. Walking your hands back. And slowly standing this up. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for joining me for this 30-minute yoga class. I hope you got something out of it and feel just a little bit more centered than you were before. I'm Amanda, and thank you for joining me.